everyone, it's JoJo, and I'm here to do my February favorites. So, again, I'm gonna keep doing these February favorites because, they're a lot of fun to make, to gather up and see what I was using up the whole month and the progress I've been making in the products and, what I've been loving. And, every month's gonna be different. So, I'm gonna start with Bath and Body Works, okay? So we'll just start with the body. So we'll start with the candles this time. So the Be Mine Candy Hearts. So this is keynotes of cotton candy, sugar, sparkling raspberries, and sprinkle of love from Cupid. So you're gonna see a lot of Valentine's Day stuff in this one because February is all about Valentine's Day products. This smells so good. I've been melting this on the warmer. I melt the 3 wicks on the warmer and I burn the single wicks. Oh, it literally smells like cotton candy, berry sugar. It's so good. It's like the sweeter, more like crushed candy version of cotton candy, because cotton candy clouds is more of like berry, cotton candy, vanilla. This is more like crushed candy. It's not cotton. To me, I don't smell cotton candy. I smell like that candy hearts, like those, like it's that like artificially sweet crushed candy. I love that so much. And then the single wick I've been burning, of course, is the Sweetheart Cherry. I could burn the single wicks. I don't really like to put the single wicks on the warmer because the 3 wicks on the warmer, the scent is really great. But the single wicks, on the warmer, it doesn't really give off that much scent. But when I burn it, it's nice. And I can burn single wicks. But this is, I'm like a quarter way done with it. It does smell really good. Wild cherry, crushed pistachio with vanilla. I do like it in the candle form. The candle form is more of the pistachio and the vanilla than the cherry, but I do like that. We'll do with the travel size stuff I've been using up in my pocketbook. So the Sweetheart Cherry Body Cream, the mini body cream. I love this. I love the packaging with the hearts and the envelope. Ah, it smells so good. Also, the Forever Sweet Pocket Back I've been using up in my pocketbook. Love this stuff so much. The pocket backs I like to use a lot, when I'm out and like I don't have a sink near me to wash my hands or whatever. Or like if I just went shopping or something, I'll put some of this on while I'm in the car, And also this, the Forever Sweet Body Mist. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, oh my goodness, this is so good. This is the scent I actually have on today. Okay, so I really like this. The problem is that in the fragrance mist, it's very light. You barely smell anything, honestly, and it's a little too light for me in the mist. I wish it was stronger, but you do get, okay, so in the mist, and I want to say the hand soap, you get that grape Huggies. Because someone told me in the comments that it's called Huggies, is the drink from the 90s. That looks like little grenades. It smells like that grape drink, sweet grape drink juice. I don't know if it even smells like that anymore because I've heard that the Huggies drink is actually, they took out a lot of the sugar, so it's less sweet. But back in the 90s, it was a really sweet drink. So that's what it smells like to me in the mist and the hand. I'll just show it to you now, the hand soap. So the hand soap I also was using at the bathroom sink. In these two forms, it smells like that Huggies drink. However, so that's the grape and the sugar, right? However, in the shower gel and the body cream, you get the berry. And for some odd reason, the berry is turning the scent into this grape bubblegum scent. So I have the cream here. Again, I have this cream on right now. And this is the candied grape, sweet berry, and powdered sugar. So I only get the grape and the powdered sugar in the hand soap and the mist. But in the cream and the shower gel, I get the grape, the berry, and the sugar. And it's making it literally smell like, I don't know why the berry, it should really be called bubblegum, grape and sugar, because it literally smells like that, literally another 90s candy. It's like that the grape flavored Hubba Bubba, the Hubba Bubba bubble gum in the grape flavor. That's what the cream and the shower gel smells like. But you don't get the berry note in the mist and the hand soap for some odd reason. I don't know why. In the pocket back, you do get the let's see. Okay, so in the pocket back, you don't get the berry. You just get, it's like that grape, like candy, grape drink from the Huggies. Grape, or like the, you know the Hawaiian Punch? It has like a grape flavor in the Hawaiian Punch brand. It smells like that grape flavored juice in Hawaiian Punch, also actually. So if you know what I'm talking about, the grape flavored version of the Hawaiian Punch, it smells like that in the mist, the pocket back, and the hand soap. But again, the cream and the shower gel literally smells like that Hubba Bubba bubblegum, grape flavored bubblegum. It's so good. This pairs well, and I have it to show you. The bubblegum pop. So this really brings out that bubblegum note. I'm getting a big bubblegum note in the cream and the shower gel, but the mist, this is strictly just bubblegum. So this is gumbo, sugar, candied fruits, and citrus burst. This is literally just bubblegum. So this brings out the notes, the bubblegum notes in the Forever Sweet. It's really, really good. So this pairs well with this. Also, Cotton Candy Clouds will pair well with the Forever Sweet also. But this really brings out that bubblegum. Nope. I've been pairing this with this nonstop. Oh, it's so good. I love bubblegum pop. They need to bring this back. It's literally pure sugared bubblegum. I love that. So that's what I've been using up. Another mist I've been using up, of course, is a Sweetheart Cherry. Oh my god, I love this so much. This is so good. Oh my god, this is literally just... Again, I am right about this when it comes to the, this is last year's version. This year's version is a little different, unfortunately. And I stay true to that because I have been also certain days I was still trying to review it, you know, to myself, spraying it and just trying to play with it and see if I was right in the, but I was. I mean, they did tweak the scent, unfortunately, they did. It's not a huge difference where I feel like, you know, you would really care, but since I love the scent so much, I care. Like, I realize it. It's so good. It's so good. It really, truly is. And it's much stronger of last year than this year's version of the mist. Also, continuing Bath and Body Works. So again, I showed you the hand soaps. The hand soap I used up. This is not the used up version. This is my backup, but I did use up a full bottle of this. And then I did use up a full bottle of the Sweetheart Cherry in the hand soap form as well. And this, I love this in the hand soap. This smells like chocolate cherry Tootsie Pops. Literally. You get like a cherry Tootsie Pop. I love it in the hand soap form. So that is great. And then also, again, this is not the shower gel I was using up in the shower. This is the backup one. But I did use up a whole Sweetheart Cherry as well. And this was amazing in the shower. They did not tweak the scent in the shower gel. The shower gel smells exactly the same. It's so good. Oh my god. It's like a cherry, like, gummy bear. It's like a cherry, like, candy gummy bear. Oh my god. You really get the cherry gummy in the shower gel with like a little bit of session vanilla, but the cherry gummy candy really comes out in the shower gel form. I love that. Okay, is that it for Bath and Body Works? Yes. Okay, so now we're gonna do makeup. So the first product, okay guys, I'm trying this Fox Filter Corrector from, this is Peach in the color Peach. This is from Huda Beauty. Okay, so I've never really tried Huda Beauty products, but this is a color corrector. This is the peach, I was gonna say the peach flavor, the peach color. So I love this stuff so far. So this is how it looks. It doesn't have a scent. It just smells like makeup. But this I've been loving. So you guys know, for some odd reason, when I shave my face, there's no hair, right? There's no hair on my face. It's literally just a smooth canvas. But for some odd reason, there's still a discoloration on my skin after I shave. It's some kind of dark colored discolor. I don't understand why. And I'm in the process of getting my facial hair using the electrolysis, getting the electrolysis on my face. So I'm in the process of doing that. But in between sessions and, before I'm, fully doing the session, I do have to wear this, and I do this step before I do everything else. So I put this on my chin, my neck, and my upper lip, and then I use this brush. I just bought this brush too from Sephora. This is just a Sephora like concealer brush, and I literally I use this with, and I just dab it onto my chin. I dab it on, and then I blend it into my chin with this brush, and then I let it dry for like a minute, and then I'll put on my foundation, and then the rest of my face makeup. But I've been loving that. Thank God. Like, I do like the Jeffree Star one, but that one is more of a deeper color to really like color correct the face. But they do have even deeper color, obviously, because I'm the lightest skin tone. So they have deeper ones for like, Latino and black. Okay, so now we're going to do, okay, so I have on this lipstick. I just want to show you Mannequin by Jeffree Star. I know I've talked about it many times on this channel, but I haven't in a while. This has been my go-to nude for February. I don't know. I've been loving Mannequin. I have it on my lips now. I've just been loving Mannequin. I don't know. I've been falling back in love with Mannequin. But I'm at the very bottom of that lipstick, so I have a backup, though, in my drawer. I have like I never really showed you guys it, but I have like a backup makeup drawer where I just have a backup of my favorite makeup products and, everything that I use. I just have it in like a drawer on my dresser here. It's all makeup, all new makeup backup products. Okay, so next is going to be highlight. So I've been loving Twilight, the Meadow shade. I literally love this so much. I completely hit pan. It's a really nice color. This is from the last year's Twilight collection. They did come up with a new one called New Moon this year from ColourPop, and I don't know. I do like the color story and the eyeshadow palette better this year because I'm more of a warm, sultry. Like, I like the orange tones and the reds. Last year, I'm not really a cool tone kind of person, but I did like the highlighters last year. They didn't even come out with highlighters this year, but the highlighters was amazing last year. The only problem I have, to keep it real, it crumbles. It does crumble in the pan. You should really use this with your finger. I use it with the brush, and I think that's why it crumbles. I like to apply my makeup though with a brush. Like, I like to apply my highlighter with a brush, but I do think this is more, you're supposed to really use this with your finger. I don't, but it still works well with the brush. Okay, and then blush, of course, I love the Betty Boop blush duo. I have the first shade on today, this one here. But I do like the deeper one too, but I have this one on my cheeks right now. I literally love this blush. Glamlight came out with an amazing blush formula. By the way, I'm really sad about what happened with the owner of Glamlight. I'm so sad for her. Like, if you don't know what happened, I'll just give you a little, short summary. Someone got like an empty lip gloss in their, someone ordered one of their lip glosses and it came half empty. Now, I bought their lip glosses before. This is one here, the Chucky one. It's come filled to the brim. I have no problems. But their new lip glosses, and she was right. Like, the woman who did complain, I mean, she showed the proof, the receipts. They did it. The lip gloss, it was there. It was Glamlight's fault for shipping a gloss that was almost barely, like, there's barely any product in it. It was completely it was completely empty almost. And that was their bad. But that woman used this as clout to get attention. And so she spun it and lied about Glamlight, saying that they didn't give her a refund, they didn't really help her out or whatever else. And they really made Glamlight look like these villains, but like, it wasn't the case. It was really like she was spinning it just to get clout. Like, she was making this big hype and making it go big on TikTok just so she can get like fame out of this or something. I don't know why. But it was kind of like effed up because the owner had to come forward. Like, she never does this. She's not about drama. She's very like low-key chill. Like, she seems like a really chill, low-key kind of woman. But she had to come forward and be like, listen, like, I'm getting death threats. She had to show her receipts that she did reach out to her right after she got the complaint, and they refunded her right away. So she was lying and everything. It was like unbelievable, So I felt bad for the owner of Glamlight. She seemed really shooken up about the whole thing. And it's not okay. Yeah, Was it her fault or the brand's fault for shipping out an empty lip gloss? Of course, like that was their bad. But everything that came after that was all that customer's fault. She completely spun the truth, tried to get clout out of it, and it wasn't cute. It wasn't cool because she made Glamlight look so bad when they did nothing really wrong other than shipping the empty. I get they shipped the empty lip gloss, but listen, accidents happen. You know, no one's perfect. Obviously, they didn't mean to ship an empty lip gloss, okay? But they did refund her, so that was a lie. But talking of Glamlight, I also was loving the eyeshadow palette, the Betty Boop, of course, to go in the vein because I love the blush. I love the highlight, the eyeshadow palette too. I love this. I don't have this on my eyes now, but I have had used this all month of February and I'm in love with it. So this is, I love this color story. It's very red. I love red tones on the eyes. I love red, berries, really cute Valentine's Day looks. I have on the Scooby-Doo palette from Glamlight actually today. I have the, what's it called? The Scooby row, and then on the lash line I have the Fred row. But that's what and then another palette is some ColourPop. I love the Flirty Talk, of course. I love Flirty Talk. This is a good quality palette. It's cute. It's small. It's travel friendly, but you know what? It's really cute and festive for the Valentine's Day season, and I do love the colors. Again, I love reds and pinks. So this is right up my alley. Yeah. So I do love. Listen, sometimes the ColourPop formula is hit or miss, but that's a really good one. That's a hit. That one's a hit. And that one was one and done. Like, they never brought that back. Like, I think that was from Valentine's Day 2 years ago, I want to say. Did they come out with a Valentine's Day collection this year from ColourPop? Yeah, they did. Actually, this year's ColourPop Valentine's Day collection, look, it was called Book of Shadows or something. And actually looked like a dark, sultry, kind of like what Glamlight did with Chucky, kind of like a sultry, deep Valentine's Day lusty kind of collection. Okay. Now we're going to do, was that for makeup? Yeah, okay. Now we're gonna do TV shows and movies. Okay, so there's one movie called Here. I don't know when, I think it came out last December or something, but I just watched it this month on pay-per-view, and it's called Here with Tom Hanks, and it's a very interesting concept and a very interesting movie and story, and that's what drew me to it because they've never done anything like this. So it's about this house or this area in the world. It's like this one area. And they, like, the prehistoric ages up until 2024, up until now. And they show this area in the world with the prehistoric ages, whatever. And then they showed like the 1800s with George Washington, where it was like this empty space with like a house behind it, and then they showed like I think the early 1900s, and then that's when the house was built, and then you see like each era, each decade, like this family that lives in the same exact house in the same area. Literally, they just showed the living room. They literally just showed the living room. But I loved it because I thought it was really cool and a cool concept where like they showed like this family growing up in this house in this area and all this shit that happened to them literally in the living room. And it was cool. I don't know. Tom Hanks plays like the main character, like the guy, the son that grows up and then he has kids in that same house. And they have holidays there, of course, and it's a really cute movie. I really enjoyed it. I think it was definitely a good watch. It seems like it would be boring because like they stay in this one area the whole movie, but honestly, it's really entertaining and I thought it was cool. So I loved it. So definitely a favorite. And then TV shows. So Goosebumps came out, the new season of Goosebumps on Disney Plus came out last month in January. I watched it this month. So I loved this new season. I thought it was really cool. I thought, oh my God, like the 90s, they showed a lot of the 90s, but then they showed like, of course, like they filmed it in New York. So they showed like, this season was much better than the first season, but Really stuck with the Don't Look in the Basement episode, which I love. I love the Don't Look in the Basement episode. That's one of my favorite episodes from the original Goosebumps. And they really centered that around this. But then it was also a lot of other stories and subplots in it that made it really good. The main plot is there was this abandoned place where these kids in the 90s, it was like 5 kids, went, and then they went missing. No one knew where they went. Like, well, a couple of them. Few of them escaped and survived, but a few of them were missing. They never found the bodies. So, and then fast forward to today, um, the same, I think this new generation of kids found this place, and then they were stuck, and then the father of the kids was like trying to find his brother who got lost in the 90s. He was one of the kids that got lost, and he was trying to find him, and he's like this mad scientist in the basement, and he's like discovering things throughout the season. It's really good. It's really good. I really liked it. I thought it was a really good show, really good season. I really do. I hope they have another one because this one was really good. Of course, I feel like each season is going to be its own thing. Like, it's not going to be like a continuation or anything like that. I think it's going to be its own thing. Okay, so now let's talk about Gossip Girl. So I finished Gossip Girl at the very end of January, but I have to talk about the show. This show was so good. They filmed the entire show in New York. I love the entire show. The only the only episode I did not like was the very last one. First of all, the sixth season was the worst season. I have to admit, the sixth season was the worst season, but every other season was amazing. The second season was subpar, which is odd because the second season had the most views and the most ratings, and that was like one of my least favorite seasons. I think my favorite seasons was the first one, the third, fourth, and fifth were all great. The second one was okay, and the sixth one was the worst. But that last episode in the sixth season really just ruined it for me. I don't know. Like, I love the entire show, but that last episode, to me, didn't make much sense. Now, again, this show came out years ago, so no one even cares anymore, like, probably to talk about the show. But since it's new to me, because I just discovered and I just watched it, I do have to say, I don't get why they made Gossip Girl Dan. That was one of the main problems that I did not like about that last episode. It just didn't make any sense. Dan is a really chill, kind of cool guy. Like, he doesn't seem like the type of person that's gonna make this Gossip Girl website, name it Gossip Girl and say XOXO love Gossip Girl, and he doesn't seem like that type that would do this. And then to gossip about all his friends and all this, he didn't seem like the type. The original excuse was, oh, well, he wanted to fit in, so he made this alternate website and named it Gossip Girl to fit in and try to get into the social scene. But it still doesn't make any sense. I don't care how they spin the story. No one, Dan would be the last person to make up some kind of Gossip Girl website. So that was kind of stupid. I feel like they should have just kept Gossip Girl anonymous. That's how I personally feel. They should have kept her anonymous and not reveal her. I think they were trying to make this big last bang, this big last reveal for the show. But to me, it was a mess. It didn't work out for me personally. I didn't like it. They should just kept the Gossip Girl anonymous. And I also think I did not like about the finale is who ended up with each other. I didn't like that Serena ended up with Dan. I feel like they separated their, okay, so Dan's father and Serena's mother in the show were long lost loves, and they reconnected and everything after Serena and Dan were dating. So then I feel like the creators thought it was weird to have the mother and father being married and then having their kids dating each other when they're step siblings. Yes, it is weird. So I feel like they wanted to change that up. So if they were going to make Dan and Serena be the end game, they had to have that couple divorce so they weren't step siblings anymore. But I don't think they should have done that. I think they should have kept the parents together. I thought they were cute together. I thought that they were a good story. They fit well together. And I feel like they should have kept Dan and Serena really good friends, step siblings, whatever you want to call it. I feel like that would have been the better endgame, and I feel like Serena should have ended up with Nate, was a better pairing for her. I'm surprised Nate didn't end up with anyone. That's what I'm surprised, because Nate was cute, he was really sweet, and he ended up with no one at the end, so I don't get it. But Dan should have ended up with Blair, and I know that's not a popular opinion. I feel like everyone loves Blair and Chuck. I think Chuck was a very toxic person, and I feel like he should have ended up with no one, honestly. I feel like if anyone should have ended up with no one, it should have been Chuck, not Nate. I feel like Chuck should have been either in jail or he should have just been just alone, honestly. But Blair should end up with Dan because I feel like Blair was very like that person where it's really like high class, very like whatever, and just I think she was into Chuck because he was very rich and he was the person that could upkeep her lifestyle, the lifestyle that she loved so much. But when she was with Dan for that short period of time, I saw a different side to Blair, and I liked the side that I saw. It was more of a down to earth kind of person. I feel like Dan brought out the best qualities in Blair in the show, and I feel like she just went backwards when she broke up with Dan and went back with Chuck. I feel like her character and her personality and just her whole being just went backwards, and I feel like it just I feel like it was more of a lust between Chuck and Blair than anything. And I feel like she loved the lifestyle that, you know, that he had. He was very rich, you know. But I feel like she should have stayed with Dan. I feel like Dan really did love her and care for her and treat her right. And I feel like Blair was just still too stuck in that lifestyle that she kind of was this generation's Rufus and Lily, because Rufus and Lily, Lily is Serena's mother and Rufus is Dan's father, and those were the two that got married and divorced and whatever at the end. But I feel like they should have stayed together. But I feel like this Dan and Blair was this year, and why I say that is because Rufus was the kind of like not in that high end Upper East Side lifestyle, and Lily always was. And I feel like Lily wanted to marry a very rich guy to upkeep that lifestyle. And I think that's why she didn't marry Rufus back in the day. But then I feel like she changed her ways and she saw that, you know, it wasn't all about upkeeping this lifestyle. Like, it didn't really make her happy at the end. And I feel like if this show would have a proper reboot, because the reboot was horrendous. Okay, so the reboot was horrendous, but I feel like if they had a proper reboot, I feel like they should have Dan and Blair the end game, honestly. The people that would end up together. I feel like they make the cutest couple. And I feel like I like their cute back and forth. And I think they should have ended up together. I thought it wasn't a good idea to end up with Chuck. But the one other thing I didn't like about this show entirely was there wasn't many gay characters. And I don't get why, you know, they filmed this in New York. This show didn't come out that long ago. It came out 2007 to 2012. Yes, it wasn't like nowadays, but it still wasn't like the 90s or something. Like, they could have had a lot more gay characters. The one gay character they had, they kind of kicked him off the show. And then when he was on the show, he had this boyfriend here and there, but they really didn't show. They never had two guys kissing. They never showed two guys kissing on the show, which was odd. They had one scene where he was kissing the guy, but you didn't really see it. It was kind of like far away, and it was like, I don't get why they treated the gay characters like this. I thought it was really messed up, honestly. I feel like they could have had more gay characters, and I feel like they could have had more versatility in the kissing scenes. I feel like it was messed up the way they did that. Yeah, I don't think it was cool. I think they should have definitely had more versatility. And then even for the black, like, there wasn't many black characters. They basically were all white. They had one black character that came in for a subplot of a season, and then that was it. There wasn't a lot of versatility. Now, the new reboot, the one thing I like about the new reboot that didn't last long, and for good reason, it was horrible. It was horrible. But the one good thing I did like about the reboot was, and the only thing, was that it was very versatile in the cast. So there was a lot of, like, there was black, there was all these different type of ethnicities, and there was a lot of different sexualities too, which I really enjoyed. I liked how they had a bisexual guy, they had like a gay guy. I didn't really watch the show. I didn't like it. I feel like it just wasn't good. It didn't have that Gossip Girl magic that the original series had. Um, I wasn't gonna watch it just because they were gay characters in the show. Like that's just I'm not gonna watch a show just because they're gay characters. That's I need to watch it because I like the show and I like I like the story and everything, and it just wasn't as good. It wasn't. It only had 2 seasons for a reason. Um, and then there was one. I think I saw only like 3 or 4 episodes, but then I saw what they were doing with the gay characters too that I didn't like. They were having like this threesome kind of throuple kind of thing, and I don't. For me, this is my personal opinion, and I know some people may disagree. I think love should be between 2 people and not 3. I don't. Open relationships are an excuse for people to cheat. That's my opinion, and I don't like that they were trying to do that with the gay couple, having the 2 guys with the girl and having them all 3 be together. It was a little weird. I wasn't feeling that, honestly. They were trying to make, be very like open-minded with it, but I didn't like the storyline that they were going with that. But yeah, as I said, I feel like love and a couple should be between 2 people. I don't feel like there should be 3 people at all. I really don't. Just in general, it complicates things when there's 3 people involved, and I also feel like I feel like it's just between 2 people. I don't know, third person. It just, as I said, it complicates everything, and it shouldn't be that way. I feel like, as I said, I feel like love is between 2 people. That's just my opinion. So yeah, I didn't like that storyline, and I just didn't like the show just in general. But the original Gossip Girl was magic. It was honestly, I think the original Gossip Girl is one of my favorite shows ever. Next to I think Beverly Hills 90210 I like a little more. But this one, it was so good. Like, I don't know, like it's literally one of the best shows ever created. I'm gonna stand by that. Gossip Girl is just magic. It's special. It's a special one. I think the whole show was amazing. I just think that last episode, they should have ended it differently. They really rushed that last season in general. They only had 10 episodes in that last season, and they were really rushing that season. But I didn't like what they did with that last season. I really don't. But other than that, the show was great. So, oh my god, this whole last part of the video is Gossip Girl. I should have made a whole. I just didn't want to make a whole separate video of Gossip Girl because I feel like no one really cares nowadays about I mean, it came on so long ago, so I didn't want to do a dedicated video just to Gossip Girl. I wanted to just add it into my February favorites. But hey, if you stood around this long, thank you for watching. But if you've seen Gossip Girl, let me know. And if you're interested in watching the show after, hearing what I thought my thoughts on, you should watch it. It's really good. It's on Max Plus if you have that streaming app, and then it's on Hulu, I want to say. So it's a really good show. I definitely would give it a watch. I definitely would not watch the reboot. It was a mess. But the original Gossip Girl, damn, like so good, so good. I'm really glad I stumbled across it. I don't even know how I did. I think it was in my recommendations on what to watch on the streaming app. And I was like, let me watch this. And then I just couldn't stop watching it. It was just, I was drawn in. I was like obsessed with it. I was like obsessed. In fact, I might have to rewatch, not the entire show, but my favorite episodes again. I'll have to rewatch it because it's just so good. It's just so good. The characters, the storylines. I think the main plot of that Gossip Girl was so cool. I loved the guest stars. I loved the twists, the turns. It's a soapy kind of like teen drama, but it's not like certain teen dramas where they do it kind of goofy or they don't do it in the right way. They did it in the right way in this one. So yeah, they did it in the right way. I definitely think it's in the same vein as Beverly Hills 90210. Whereas like it's like that soapy teen drama, but like the acting is really good, the stories are really good. It's not like a soap opera where it's like those are like so melodramatic, so like the storylines are ridiculous, the acting is ridiculous, the acting is horrendous. And I really, what I was also thinking like about Gossip Girl, it was actually kind of funny. Like the jokes they made were cute. Like I laughed at it. I thought it was funny. It was a good show. I loved it. I thought the guys were cute. The girls were pretty. Blair reminds me of like a brunette version of Cher from Clueless. She kind of looks like her too. She acts like her and looks like her. The only difference is, Cher's, Alicia Silverstone's blonde, and the girl who plays Blair is brunette. But she does resemble her a little bit, kind of like the New York version, where Cher is like the Beverly Hills, LA. Blair is like the Upper East Side, New York version of Cher. I love it. I love it. But yeah, Blair was my favorite character. And I love Georgina, which was like a recurring character. She was like the villain, but I loved her. And Dan was cool. I loved Dan. I loved all the characters, really. I think they all were great. There was not one character I didn't like. Um, I thought it was funny. Okay, so this is a side note. So when Tim Gunn guest starred on Gossip, because he guest starred on one of the episodes of Gossip Girl, and the girl who played Jenny, she had scenes with Tim Gunn in the episode. And supposedly, after he filmed the episode, he trashed this girl. I don't even remember her name, her real name is in real life, but in the show, she plays Jenny, which is Dan's younger sister. And he was like, she was very unprofessional on set. He said this, he did this interview after he filmed the episode, back in like, I don't know, it was 2010 or whatever. And basically, he just thought she was unprofessional on set, that she was just in her phone, that they had to redo the takes and to redo the scenes over and over again. And like, she just was completely unprofessional, but he did enjoy everyone else on the show. Like, he enjoyed working with everyone else but her. But I thought it was funny because they said in the, like the blog that like Tim Gunn like blasted Jenny. It was like this, like it was like good enough to be on a blast on Gossip Girl. I thought that was funny. But yeah, no, that was interesting because normally a lot of people, especially guest stars, they don't like really talk about their experiences on the show. Like they keep it hush hush. But Tim Gunn is very blunt. And you know what I like about Tim Gunn? He's asexual. Like he acts gay, but he's not gay. Like he's not physically into men or women. He's asexual. He's single. He's not into sex or into, which is very rare. A lot of people are not like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people, you're born with like your sexual parts where like they make you just want to have sex. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is. But Tim Gunn, he's unique. He's asexual. He's not into that, and you gotta respect it. But anyways, so that's it. That's my February favorites. Oh my god, I probably should have made a whole separate video on Gossip Girl. Oh my goodness, I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know if I have no idea. I don't know. This whole last bit was if you stayed on for this long, thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't realize, or maybe I should have realized that once I started talking about Gossip Girl, I was gonna be just, I couldn't shut up about it. But anyways, I'm gonna go now. Jesus Christ. Let me know what you enjoyed this month in February, and whatnot. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.